So let me share my screen. So today will be the last topic in Python, that is object-oriented programming. Okay. So first let us understand little bit of object-oriented programming so that we will understand the practical part later. Okay. So I'll open my white pad. So this is a completely very important and a new topic in Python, that is object-oriented programming. Oops. Okay. Oops is a very new topic in Python. Okay. So OOPS stands for object oriented programming. Okay. So basically the style of writing code in object oriented programming is different than what you write in traditional programming. Okay. So before this ever emerged, okay, there was something called as procedural oriented programming. Oriented programming. Okay. So before object-oriented came into picture, there was procedural oriented programming. So, in the languages such as C program, okay, because C was the first programming language that was started, okay. C used to follow this procedural-oriented program. Suppose if I want to create a website, or if I want to create an application, I had to write lot of lines of code, okay. For a simple application maybe I would have asked to write around 1,000 lines of code, okay, because of object oriented. What I used to do, I used to create functions, def, keep creating functions, keep creating conditionals, and to create a simple application it would have taken almost 100 to 200 lines of code. After the emergence of object oriented programming, the style of writing has changed, okay. Instead of writing 1,000 lines of code, okay, I can create an application by using just writing 50 to 100 lines of code. So writing style has decreased, okay. So what this object oriented programming actually tells us, okay, it is very simple, it is not very complicated and all those things, okay, very simple to understand, more easy than how we traditionally write it, because it reduces the workload of writing the code. Okay, we can easily write the code, or we can easily help create desktop application, it may be, or it may be a back-end application, front-end application. So with the help of object oriented it becomes very easy. So what is this object oriented programming? So basically I want you guys to focus on this word object. Okay, object. So it is very easy. Okay. Object is nothing but object is something which gets created from class. Okay. So when you think about an object, you should always remember there is something called as class. Okay. They are like interlinked to each other. Okay. Once again I'll repeat, whenever I talk about object, okay, you should think that there is something that is associated with object, that is class. Class is associated with object. Okay. So basically there is something called as class and object, okay. In programming there is something called as class and object, both are interlinked to each other, okay. I'll tell you how exactly it is, okay. So so basically, okay, you have class concept now, so you have to remember only two things in object oriented, as I told, object and class, okay. So now let us discuss what class is. Okay, in a simple definition, class is a blueprint. It is a blueprint to create objects. Simple. A class is a blueprint to create an object. Okay, so class, inside class I define how my object should be. Okay, basically what I'll do, inside class I'll define how my object would be. Would be. Okay, so basically once again I'll repeat the definition. Class is a blueprint to create object. Okay, inside class I'll define how my object should be or would be. Okay, so I'll take one example to make you understand. Okay, I have a class. I have a class called as pen. Okay, what we write down, right? Pen. Okay, so like I will define how my object should be. Okay, my see, basically if I have a class pen, okay, I'm creating an object of the class pens. Okay, I'll be creating multiple object of the class pen. So basically when I talk about class, right, class pen, a class will have two important things. Okay, basically a class. Okay, you can take a class to be a pen, a class to be a car, a class to be an animal, whatever it is. Okay, so this you can say it is a Python class also, and you guys are objects of this class. Okay, so in a simple definition, a class will have again two important things. One is attributes, or it is also called as data members. Another is methods. Okay, always remember a class will have two important things. Okay, one is attributes, another is method. So as I told you, okay, you just have to remember this thing. Okay, there is some connection between class and object. Class is a blueprint to create object. Okay, inside class you can define how your object should be, and when you're defining a class you should always remember class should have, okay, should have attributes and methods. Okay, what are these attributes now? Okay, you can ask me what are these attributes. Okay, I'm not able to understand. So in a simple definition, attributes is something what your object should have. Okay, or how basically attribute something what it has. Okay, then method is something what it does. Okay, this is what it has, what it does. Okay, you can you can even think method to be an function, but as I told you, function is different, method is different, but the behavior is same. Okay, please remember, function is different, method is different, but when it comes to behavior it is same itself. Okay, what it does, I mean it is doing some action, right? For an example, if I take class pen as an example, okay, so what my pen should have, what are its attributes the pen should have? Pen should have a a plastic body. Okay, it should have ink, it should have that nib to write down. Okay, this is what my pen should have. Okay, this is called as attributes. Similarly, okay, what are methods? Method is something what my pen does. Okay, it can write, it can write, okay, it can draw, then what all, it can play with me. Okay, these are the attributes, these are the methods, right? You're able to understand what I'm saying? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Jay.
Okay, similarly you just have to remember, okay, a class will have attributes and methods. Okay, I'll relate to you. Okay, now you might understand only 10%, I bet. Okay, after I relate with the Python, you'll be 100% sure that how object oriented works. Okay, so please remember, class is a blueprint to create object. When creating a blueprint, you should remember these two important things. Okay, you should declare the attributes and you should declare the methods. Okay, only then you'll be able to create an object of that class. Okay, as I told you, if I take an example of pen, okay, pen will have plastic body. Attributes would be plastic body, ink, nib, what you can see, basically what it has. Okay, function or method is something what it does, or it can write, it can draw, it can play, something like this. Okay, now when I talk about objects, okay, when I talk about objects, Okay, I can see this is like I have written everything inside the class and I've kept it ready. Now blueprint is ready. Okay, blueprint is entire ready to create object. So what I will do, I'll go on creating the object. What I'll do first, I'll use Reynolds. Okay, I'll create an object using pen and I'll pass. Okay, Renault has white body, then ink is a little small ink. Okay, black color ink, something like this. Then I can keep on then Hauser. Okay, so these are object of class pen. Okay, Hauser. So basically different brands. Okay, different brands. So this is what objects are. So with the help of this class I am able to create an object. Okay, if pen is the class, okay, I can create an object called as Reynolds, Hauser, then many other pen brands. Okay, easily I can keep on creating objects. So write code once, create multiple object. This is what object oriented programming is. Able to understand?
Yeah.
Okay, one more analogy I will give you to make it understand completely. Okay, so imagine, okay, you want to cook biryani at your home. Okay, so if you had used procedural oriented programming, so to cook biryani you need biryani masala. Okay, you need different spices and condiments. Okay, so earlier what we used to do, okay, we used to take every spices and condiments, bring it, we piece it, and we convert it into powder and put it in the biryani masala powder in the biryani this thing vessel. Okay, so every time if I want to cook a biryani, I had to do take spices, condiments, okay, mix it, okay, grind it, then powder it and put it in the vessel. Okay, this would take a lot of time. Instead, what I will do, instead of taking spices and condiments, I'll take spices and condiments at once. Okay, I will grind it properly. Okay, I'll make it into powder, bulk powder. Okay, then I'll create multiple brands. Okay, it may be in MTR, it may be Achi. Okay, you have biryani masala, multi Everest. Okay, multiple brands I will make. That is what objects are. And if I want now directly, I can use the object, use it in the biryani, and work is done. Able to understand? That is what object oriented. Okay, you create powder ready. Okay, that is blueprint is ready. Now it is time to create different object of that class powder. Okay, you can create different brands as of such. Okay, MTR, it may be Everest, it may be, okay, like this, that, and all. Okay, is it clear?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, so last one more analogy to make your concept solid clear about object oriented programming. Okay, imagine you want to open a bank account. Okay, so what I will do, I will create a class account. Okay, so obviously I'll create a class, okay, called as bank account. Okay, it may be bank account, something like, I'll show you how to write the syntax later. Okay, so what I will do, I will I should declare attributes, right? So attributes should be name, attribute should be email, attribute should be account number, right? So when it comes to methods of bank account should be a deposit, yes or no? Then what else, what it should do? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yeah. Understood. Yeah. You can go.
Okay, what it should do, that's what, only deposit. What could be the different methods?
Withdrawal,
Yes, withdraw, then check balance.
then yeah,
Okay, so please remember, okay,
transfer.
yeah, this is the blueprint, right? This is one blueprint. Now I can keep on creating object. Okay, what I can do, I can use Amit equal to account. Okay, Amit's all the attributes. Okay, then Tausif. Okay, Tausif's, then mine. Okay, so I can create multiple, keep on creating multiple objects. My work is reduced. Write code once, keep creating objects. Okay, if this had to be done using Python traditional approach, what I had to do, def Amit account, Amit account. Okay, take this, return this much. Def Joel account. Okay, def Tosif account. Okay, I had to write 100 lines of code like this. Able to understand? So because of this concept, because of object oriented programming, okay, just write the code, just create a blueprint. So this is a blueprint, right? Class is a blueprint to create
Yeah.
object. So Amit is an object of class. account. Tausif is the object of class account. Joel is the object of class account. Similarly, you can apply it to anything. Okay, you can take class to be animal. Class animal. Okay, animal should have four legs. This thing, color. This thing, attributes. Okay, methods bark. Right, methods bark. Then run. Able to understand the difference between attributes and methods. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, got it. Okay. So last concept. Okay, like there is something called as class diagram. Okay, please write it for your reference. See, always a class will have two things, as I told you. One is attributes, another is methods. Okay, one is attributes, another is methods. Okay, so attributes, all data members. Sorry, methods, like what all kind of sort of functions. Okay, this is class diagram. Okay, please write down. Okay, this is attributes. So always a class will have attributes and methods. Okay, so this is what class diagram is called as. Okay, if we understand this concept, like, we are good to go. Okay, so one more concept I wanted to say. Okay, with object oriented programming. Okay, Python gives me superpower, or you can say it gives me developer power. Okay, I can create anything with object oriented programming. Okay, it is simply like I can create anything with object oriented programming. Oops. Okay, so what I meant to say, okay, I can create my own data types. Okay, create my own data types. Okay, what do you mean by data type? You have traditional data type like string, integer. Okay, then you have list, tuples, etc. Okay, you have this, right, already. List, you have tuples, and the other things we already have. So does Python has something called as fractions? Does Python has fraction data type? Hello?
No.
No, right? No. So using object oriented program, I can create fraction data type also. Okay, that much powerful object oriented programming is. Okay, now let us see the syntax. How to create now? How to create a class and object. Okay, so same, I'll take pen example. Okay, or else I will use dog example. Okay, first write the keyword. So class is the keyword. Okay, let me write it in different color itself. Okay, so first you have to write class, like how you have def for functions, how you have if, how you have try except for other thing. So class is the keyword. Okay, class and name of the class. Name of class, it can be anything. Okay, then you put colon. Okay, once it is colon, it is indented, you come inside. Okay, then you add something called as def. Okay, underscore init underscore. Okay, self. Okay, what is this? Okay, you write something called as def again inside a class. Okay, underscore init underscore self. Okay, so basically it is called as, this is called as constructor. Okay, def underscore init underscore self is called as constructor. Okay, please remember, very important concept. Okay, so this is responsible to create blueprint. Responsible responsible to, okay, to initialize, or you can say responsible to create attributes. Okay, responsible for creating attributes. Again you put semicolon because you are writing def here. Again it will be indented. Okay, here you write all the attributes, here you write attributes. Okay, so attributes are written here, then you come out. Okay, you come to this line, same line. Okay, then you write methods. Def, you know, method, method 1, method 1. Okay, def, then you write method again, method 2, method 2. Okay, so and so forth. Okay, once this is done, once the blueprint is created, complete blueprint is created, now it's time to create object. So I'll come out of the code, I will write Reynolds equal to, I can write, call the class name, not the function name. Okay, please call the class name, call the class name and pass attributes, sorry, pass arguments. Okay, so your object is created. Okay, so this is the syntax how you can declare a object. Okay, so let me show you, demonstrate it in practically. So open Google Colab. Python oops. Okay, so let me connect it. Okay, first let us take an example of dog. Okay, class dog. Okay, as I told you, you have to use this keyword called as class and the name of the class, that is dog. Enter, then you have to declare a constructor here. So def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Okay, okay, see here now there is something called as non parametric constructor and parametric constructor. Is it clear? One is non-parametric and parametric constructor. If I don't pass anything after self, so self is mandatory, self is also a keyword, you can imagine. Okay, here self is also a keyword. Okay, self is also a keyword. Okay, it includes, so this is like common structure. Okay, suppose if you want to declare, so basically this is non-parametric, I'm not defining anything. So if in case if I want to do parametric, what I will do, I will simply write attributes here, I'll take from the users. Okay, basically what I will do, I'll I'm creating a class dog. So first legs, then color of the dog, then size, small or big. Okay, so this can be my attributes. Okay, so what I will do, this is a common thing, self dot legs equal to legs, self dot color equal to color, self dot size equal to size. Okay, is it clear? Self dot legs equal to legs, self dot color equal to color. Okay, so whatever the user passes when he creates an object, Okay, this goes and sits in this variable self dot like. So this is a variable, right? Whatever you write in Python, whatever you write at the left hand side after equal to is called as variable. So see, if I hover over it, it is telling me it is a variable. Okay, see, variable, variable, variable. Okay, whatever it is, like function only. Okay, def whatever I pass now in the arguments, it goes and sits inside this self dot like, self dot color, self dot size. Okay, now time to create. So this is what attributes are. Okay, whatever I have created, legs, color, these are attributes. Now let us create methods. Creating methods. Okay, so see, you should be in the same line. Okay, this def same line you should be. Okay, def bark, bark. Okay, bark. Okay, so when it comes to object oriented, now this self word is it's very important. Okay, so what I will do, I'll just print I am barking. Okay, then run self print. Okay, I am running. Okay, so this my blueprint is ready now. Okay, I have written some lines of code. Now I can go ahead and keep creating objects of that class. Okay, so what I will do now, since my blueprint is ready, okay, what I will do, I will create an object. Okay, first Tommy equal to dog. Okay, see, please make sure, okay, whenever you're creating a class, it should be capital, initial letter should be capital. Okay, so that you can tell it is a class. Okay, please remember this one important concept. Always when you're creating a class, make sure you're keeping the starting letter capital. Same thing I'm calling here. Okay, so dog. Okay, Tommy, and dog, this thing is done. Then if I run this now, I'll get an error. Why I'm getting error? I'm not passing the argument legs, colors, and size. So I need to pass argument, because I'm asking arguments from here, right? So what I will do, I'm asking legs, 4 legs. Okay, then color black, size medium. Okay, now if I run this now, object got created. Okay, of the class dog. Okay, my object is Tommy here, class is dog. Okay, now I can access all its methods and arguments, sorry, attributes. So if I do Tommy dot, okay, I can see all its method. Okay, if I do Tommy dot color, and if I print it, see, I got black. Okay, Tommy dot color. If I do Tommy, I can access its methods also. Okay, Tommy dot bark, because since it is a method, I should use parentheses. Okay, method is like function only, no, I have told you already. See, this is a method, this is a definition of function. Okay, if I do Tommy dot bark now, I can get I am barking. If I do Tommy dot run, okay, I can get I am running. You are able to understand?
Yeah, it is clear.
Okay, so aren't you feeling nostalgic? You have seen something like this before?
I have seen that in Java.
No, no, let's not talk about Java and all. Something like this you have used, not dot this thing, dot that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Where it is? Haven't you used s equal to hello, s dot upper,
Yeah, yeah. Correct.
and I told this is a method?
Yes.
Yes, right? See, when I do type of s, I get something called as str. Okay, right?
Uh,
If I actually print it, I get class string. I told you data types are all classes.
yeah.
You're able to understand. See, you know how string data type, if you go to Python, core Python development version, like if you see the Python source code, okay, they have created something like this class string def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self, right? and they have their own attributes. Okay, I'll just what are the methods of class string? Upper, self. Okay, then you have what? Lower. Okay, capitalize, right?
Yeah.
Can you relate it now? Object oriented programming.
Capitalize.
Yes, right? So when I create, so basically when I create s equal to hello, I'm creating an object called as s of class string. Simple as that. Able to understand? So when I do a equal to 10, a is also a variable, a is also an object. If I do a equal to 10, I'm creating an object a of class integer. If I do L equal to list, if I pass 1 comma 3 comma 4 list, Python list, I'm creating L is an object of class list. That's why I'm able to use this L dot all these methods I can use. Can you see it is in cube?
Yeah.
This is all methods, okay, and this method is restricted only inside the class. This method doesn't work outside the class, right? I cannot use L dot upper. It is the method of class string, not list. That's why I call it as method, because method is restricted only inside the class. I'll get an error, attribute error. Yesterday I discussed. Okay, similarly, now come back to here. Okay, see if I do Tommy dot na, I'll get in cube all the method. Can you see this? Bark, run.
Mm.
This is also method, right? See, Python gives with the object oriented, I can create my anything.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Any doubts?
No.
Okay. You are able to relate now object oriented with the data types.
Yes.
Yes, right. See, in Python, when it comes to modules and libraries also, okay, they have written something called as this itself. That's why now you have class called as random. Okay, random is also a class, to be frank. Okay, class random. That's why I can do random dot choice and all, because they have created a def like this choice, right?
Yep.
Okay, so this is purely a Python developer mindset. Okay, definitely yes. Okay, this we are going to use a lot. See, if we use TensorFlow, okay, tomorrow we are going to it in GenAI. Okay, we are using TensorFlow libraries. Okay, we are using PyTorch libraries. These are all written in object oriented only. Okay, you create you call the class, you create the object. Simple as that. Create the class, call the class, create the object of it. Right. Okay, we'll take one more example to make your thinking robust on object oriented. Okay, we will create bank account, class bank account, or else I can use class SBI. Okay, better. So I don't put parentheses here. Okay, you don't put parentheses in class. Okay, okay, SBI, then def, or else account only I'll create customer object I'll create. Okay, SBI is the bank. Okay, then what I'll do, def init underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Okay, so what I will do, self dot balance. See, this is non-parametric. Okay, I'm not passing any parameter. Self dot balance is a variable. Right now I'm keeping it 0. Right. Okay, self dot balance, I'm keeping it 0. I'll pass attributes also. Okay, name, then phone number, then account number. Okay, so when I'm creating, I have to create variables also. Self dot name equal to name, self dot phone number equal to phone number, self dot account account number equal to account number. Okay, so these are the attributes. Now method is deposit. Okay, deposit. So self I have to write. Okay, what I will do, uh, So basically, instead of writing like this, first I will add balance also. Okay, balance. Right now balance I've kept it 0. Okay, balance also I'll write balance. User has to pass balance also. This is just an example. Okay, basic understanding. Later on we can make it complex also. So what I will do when this function is called, okay, so basically deposit, what I will do, okay, balance whatever self, okay, self dot balance is there now. Right now it is 0. Deposit, I will ask amount to deposit. Okay, he will pass amount, so I will add this amount in the self dot balance. Okay, self dot balance equal to self dot balance plus amount. Then I'll add a print. Okay, amount balance. Okay, amount deposited. Okay, this is one this thing. Okay, function. Another is like withdraw. Okay, self, and it will ask for amount, how much you want to withdraw. So what I will do, I'll reduce the amount. Okay, self dot balance equal to self dot balance minus amount. Okay, now print amount withdrawn successfully. Okay, now I'll create third method, that is check balance. Check balance. Okay, so what I'll do, self, I'll add self. Okay, directly if he calls check balance, I should show him print. Okay, your balance is, tell me your balance is self dot balance, right? Self dot balance, whatever I get here, okay, that will be balance. Okay, so can you see I've written the blueprint already? So I'll keep on creating customer now. Customer 1. Okay, name is, okay, first I'll call SPI. I'll pass Amit. Okay, see I'm passing in a string, phone number something. Okay, then account number 12456 7. Okay, then balance, like initially I'll deposit okay, instead of making it 0, I'll just put balance here, so that balance should get updated. Okay, so I'll put 10,000. Okay, and I will run it. So I have created an object customer 1. Okay, from the class this thing. Okay, now I can check customer 1 dot, I can access all its attributes and method. See, if I want to see name, okay, attributes I don't pass parenthesis is for methods, please remember. If you want to access the attributes, okay, you just call the attributes, that's it. Okay, name, then custom 1 dot balance. If I do balance, okay, I get 10,000. Okay, now let us call the method. Okay, so what I will do, customer 1 wants to, customer 1 dot deposit. So deposit, okay, I want to deposit 2,000 rupees. So amount deposited, able to understand now? So now I want to check balance. Okay, custom 1 dot check balance. I should get 1,200, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, 12,000. Okay, balance is, okay, okay. So then I want to withdraw, custom 1 dot withdraw. So I want to withdraw 5,000 rupees. Okay, amount withdrawn successfully. Now again I'll check the balance. See, 7,000. Okay, able to understand?
Yes.
Similarly, I can create customer 2 now. Customer 2. Okay, SBI Tausif. Okay, I can give your thing and balance this thing and all. So do I have to create for every customer, do I have to create object, do I have to create function? No, right? Okay, it will take a lot of time. So with just blueprint, this blueprint I can create multiple objects.
Okay.
Okay, you're able to understand.
Yep.
Okay, so this is object oriented programming. It is very easy. Okay, there's nothing rocket science behind it. Okay, any doubts in this? So this is called as constructor. Okay, always remember def underscore underscore init underscore underscore is called as constructor. Okay, see, there is a superpower that is given to constructor. Okay, there is a superpower that is given to constructor. So that is, okay, see, if I if I add a print statement, I am initialized. Okay, see, something like this. Okay, when I create an object, okay, see, I have written a print statement here. Okay, I've written a print statement, class, this thing and all. So when I create an object now, okay, customer 3 equal to SBI, then I'll give my name, phone number, okay, then account number, then balance I want to deposit 5,000. So when I create, so right now I did not run this code, okay, I'm passing the argument. So when I run this code, object gets created of class SBI, right? Okay, so when I run this now, automatically I get I am initialized. Okay, because whatever you write inside a constructor, okay, I will write it here, whatever whatever you write inside the constructor, inside the constructor gets called immediately when the object is created from the class. Please remember, super important concept. Okay, whenever whatever you write inside the construct gets immediately. So these variables becomes initialized when the object is created. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so this was about object oriented programming. Okay, so same thing. Okay, everywhere it is same thing. Okay, whenever tomorrow we are dealing with libraries. Okay, see, if I import pandas and all, import pandas. Okay, so pandas is also a class. Pandas, has pd. Okay, what I do has pd, I do. Okay, then pd dot I put, I can access all its classes, and pd.read csv is there. See, these are all methods. Can you see it is written, it is showing cube here. These are all methods, because if you see the panda source code, they have written like this only, class pandas and all those things. Okay, pandas dot this, pandas dot this, everywhere it is object oriented programming. Okay, python without object oriented programming is not python at all. Okay, I hope it was easy to understand. Any doubts?
Nothing from my end.
Okay, I
And
guess
you
it,
are not covering encapsulation, inheritance, and polymorphism.
I'll take one more section. Okay, encapsulation, polymorphism, and all it is there, but not in. It is not required to know in that depth. Okay, because now though, because object oriented itself is a huge topic. You have diamond inheritance, then you have parent inheritance, many other concepts are there. But for the it is good for the freshers, I feel. Okay, like who want to do an entry level job in market and all. For the experienced candidate, I don't think so that much is required. Still, one more class I'll take on object oriented programming, where I'll teach you encapsulation, polymorphism, then method overriding, method overloading and all, in a brief, in a short this thing. Okay, in a short content. And we will go on and do some more projects on object oriented programming. Okay, because if we keep learning these things, na, our syllabus will never end.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, this much is enough, trust me. Okay, if you want to know, because our main focus is to go into generative AI and AI related stuff. Okay, we don't have to go in depth that much of depth to understand. Okay, so simple thing would be sufficient. Hmm?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Amit, you have anything to ask?
No, nothing so far. But I'm thinking, when on when a program is written